Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Sega Man back with another episode of the Xbox Alpha Podcast. And we already got our brother Smitty Smith in here in the building, in the comment section, man. We're gonna be giving away a game tonight in his honor for him donating the game to the Xbox Alpha Podcast. Salute to Smitty Smith. And I also got my Xbox brother in here that I've known for a long time, ODT Reaper. And we'll
What's up?
probably have Hebot maybe joining us and maybe Tuck Master. So we'll see. If not, you'll be rocking out with me and ODT today. We're going to be just talking for a little bit, guys. There's not too much going on right now, I believe, in the gaming news. We're going to have the T Reaper talk a little bit about the Halo Infinite again, you know what I mean? And we're just going to be one of the biggest topics we're going to talk about, probably the only biggest topic we're going to talk about tonight is about the, the PS fans, they're mad over that $70 price tag for games, and they're making a big issue about it. And there's a lot of YouTubers out there, bigger YouTubers than me, mind you, that are making videos about it, about how butthurt they're mad about that $70 price tag. Also for remasters, they're and things like that. So we're going to be talking about that tonight, and we'll be talking about some other things. With Xbox, it wasn't too much really. Like there's a couple games coming out in Game Pass here soon. You know what I mean? We're going to be enjoying. But the main topic we're going to be talking about this, damage controlling. They have to always find something to damage control the Xbox about because of the Game Pass. You know what I mean? They just try to find or squeeze something, so much, try to get a drop of some kind of trolling to do right now when it comes to the Xbox side. And me and ODT Reaper are going to dig deep and talk about that tonight, man, because they're just really upset. They don't want to admit it, but they're really upset about how great we're loving Xbox and the Game Pass, and we keep talking about it all the time. And I think it's really bothering them. I don't know why, but it's really bothering them that we're happy over here, on the Xbox side. So, what's up, ODT Reaper, man? How you been, man? How was your week?
My week has been very eventful and very, 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 very actually fun. So I'm actually I'm just chilling actually, and I'm shout out to the Twitter fam. Shout out to the wonderful, beautiful Amanda who hacked my Instagram. I appreciate that. So now I'm no longer on Instagram. She took it away from me, so I appreciate that. But at the same time, I got my original form back. So kudos.
How did that go, man? What happened? Everything's okay with that now, or what?
Yeah, well, I feel a lot better. I feel a lot lighter too because I hacked my left side of my lung last night completely, absolutely. I feel so much lighter.
Yeah.
and then we have the Twitter fam all kind of basically all up in arms.
Wild Horse, what's up, brother? Yeah.
Over the $70 or the Game Pass that have all these wonderful games for less, so much less than a single game on PlayStation. But then I agree with shout out to the beautiful Doc 185 because he was right. Not all of us wonderful Xbox people hate PlayStation. We just don't like how ignorant they can be. That's very facts. So that's true. But hence why I basically, I took that PlayStation 4 and I 100% speed run the God of War day one on the launch day, and I was done. But then on that Saturday morning, I spilled $5 and told everybody what that little child really was. And everybody all up in their feelings for years on end. So that's fine. But
Right.
beautiful chakra for me. So I appreciate that.
That's it's just crazy, man. What gamers are doing today. It's you know what I mean?
Back in my day, this wasn't the case, and back in my day, we didn't have cell phones yet. So
Right. I had a pager back in the day. Good old pager.
And online on PC was a lot more hectic than it is nowadays, because nowadays we either have a phone, we have a laptop, we have a desktop, or we have an Xbox Series X or S or a Scorpio edition. It doesn't really matter. But then building up the OG era of Xbox, whether it was Crimson Skies, Halo CE, the original Gears of War,
Shaman 82. Yeah, I hear you.
Brute force. You know, it took a lot to get Phil's, you know, dream of, you know, honesty of community, you know, running, but it's running now. So, you know, and it's running for far less than it was originally running for. So that's a good thing. But at the same time, we on Xbox, we love our online community. We don't like our storyboards. If we liked our storyboards, people, we'd go to a bookstore. Okay, that's kind of my point.
Right.
So it's like, if I really wanted to learn more stories, there's a Borders down the street. But my point would be is that I could simply just walk there.
Yeah.
So,
that's right.
You know, if I want to go kill another human, I can't do that. So I need online actual communities for that. So that's how simple it can be. But you know, throughout the years, we've been trying to basically get all gamers, you know, to actually have, you know, community and actually, you know, spend, you know, actually quality time getting to know one another.
Yeah,
friendships are formed. You know, it's a beautiful thing that, you know, Phil created, and it really is just going to get so much better. And then I got the Xbox thing to message me and say, oh, we're about to go with all iPhones. I'm like, okay, we're about to go to that actual point of understanding of no return.
Yeah, right.
It's on everything.
Well, you know, they get, you know, they're the thing is, you know, you have these YouTubers, I heard big YouTubers like Dustin Legary, all these people making these videos, and they're just really, you know, some of them,
Dustin's trying to
they're
turn
just
it into
brilliant.
something that it's not, and I don't like
Yeah,
that. So that's
yeah,
kind of the other thing.
yeah,
Dustin's a core fanboy, but I like those core fanboys because they tell it how it is, not how they actually see it. So that's
right.
a good thing. And
Yeah,
then people can basically make up their own minds. But I do agree with everybody. I think Xbox is seen as a better value than PlayStation 5s. But
I
that's
do
because
too.
it has more
That's
quality at titles to actually experience than
and you know
PS5
what?
does.
Then you know what? Shout out to the chat. You know, shout out to them. Just want to remind you guys, we're going to be doing a giveaway tonight of a game that was donated from our brother Smitty Smith. Salute to him, called Death Doors. So we're going to be doing that giveaway. Me and ODT at the end of the podcast. We're not going to be on here too long, guys, because we don't have that much to talk about today on the Alpha Podcast. But before we end the show, one of our one of our people in the chat, man, our Alpha Brothers, is going to win that game. Compliments of Smitty Smith. Big shots out to him for donating to the Xbox Alpha podcast, man. Shouts out to all you guys rocking out with us, man. We really appreciate it. But we're going to talk today, guys, about we're going to really get into it about the PlayStation fans. You know, there's PlayStation fans, believe it or not, that they call Xbox games B tier. Now, I don't know what that means. You know, I don't know if they're trying to say that. Yeah, like if it's like you know, lower games more higher than, you know, they're not as good as PlayStation
Oh,
games.
beats here. Oh, I've
Yeah,
heard that before.
they
I've heard that
call
before. That okay. All
yeah
right, we're
they
back in
call
that
our
conversation.
games Yeah, they call our games ODT B tier. I don't know why. I guess they think they're
My
B
last name
games.
starts with a B. I don't know.
You know, um, it's a shame too. You know what I mean? That people out there talking like that, man. You know what I mean about, you know, the Xbox. And like I said before, I just think a lot of them, they don't want to admit it. They're just very upset and mad because their choice of a company, their gaming company, is not really giving them a good service. They're really not,
Well,
in my
Sony now
opinion.
wants to focus
You
full
know,
on VR, and that's just that's kind of basically now taking most of their time. And
yeah.
I listened to Crap Gamer bitch about and moan about that in his video last night, but I'm like, well, Sony's always going to go towards VR. That's what they're trying to do next. So that makes sense. But at the same time, I'm gonna just, you know, I don't think the Oculus 2.0 is gonna be ready anytime soon. So I think that the VR standpoint on Microsoft is still, you know, years ahead of time. So that's
You
kind
know,
of the
I think that's right what they're doing, T.
yeah.
I think Phil's right by holding off on it. Let's just be realistic. Yeah, VR is great and everything, but it's not really where it needs to be honest with you, for when it comes to a game system. If you're going to do VR, my son has an Oculus, so you know, an Oculus is probably going to be the best experience to get out of a
Well,
VR game
that new
than that,
Disney
you know.
Oculus technology looks dope. I can't wait to see that. So that's going to be interesting how Disney and Star Wars are going to do it. But that, you know, to make the player actually hold that lightsaber is going to be interesting.
And you know, and Smitty Smith, shouts out to him, brought up, and he's right. Great point. He said, I actually see more PlayStation fans talking about Game Pass more than Microsoft and Xbox. You know what I mean? That, and but
That's
it's
probably
true.
true. It's true though. Yeah.
I believe them. It's totally true. You know, they always have something to say about it. You know, anything that goes into Game Pass, they try to shoot it down. You know what I
Well,
mean? Oh, it's not, you know, it's not a great game. It's not a triple A game. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what it is. It's a game that you can play that somebody might like. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So that's the whole point of Game Pass. It's for everybody. You
yeah,
know, it's not just one type of game, not one and done games. I'm not trying to be mean, but they're not all one and done games. I mean, there's all different type of games for everybody to play in there. You know what I mean? So that's why it's doing great right now. It just is. It's defeating the competition, and that's why. You, like, did you hear about this? There's a guy out there. What's up, Peltrex? Thank you for joining us, my good brother. There's somebody out there saying and complaining about the fruit inside of Halo Infinite.
oh yeah, I've been listening to wonderful podcasters talk about the
Did you
fruit,
hear
and
about that?
the fruit in Infinite had no interest in my personal way of playing it. But when people actually saw the fruit in the Infinite Tech Beta, they actually saw the new cloud technology. So everybody was massively awed and impressed. I was like, okay, but it's just a fruit, aspect in the game. It's not the actual game fun policy inside of it. So
Yeah, I don't. That's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about. ODT.
and then then
Reaper,
then
you
then
know.
then the full size of the game leaked, and it's 97 gigs, and I'm like, okay. And people wonder why Xbox needs external storage so much. I did get a couple likes on Twitter for me saying that, but it was kind of like, well, now you understand why, because the games are 97 gigs a piece. So like, that's just pure karma right there. But yeah, no, now everybody on the series side is showing the 1 terabyte memory cards.
That's the
So Phil
thing.
just took that out of the PS2 era handbook and be like, no, we'll make our own. That's fine.
Well, you know, we talked about it last weekend. I mean, look at PlayStation 5 now with their new hard drives. They're outrageous prices. That's why Microsoft did what they did. They gave
Yeah,
you a 1 terabyte of SSD in the Series X and then 500 in the Series S because they had to make it, consumer friendly and make it reasonably priced. If they would have put more into the Series X, you would have been paying well over $500.
yeah.
You would have been paying like $699 or maybe even 700, probably around that for
I
it.
mean, to
And
this very day, I
you know,
use my own external, storage terabyte drives, but I have those for my PC use. So it's like Xbox has been ahead of this, storage space curve for years now. So it's not that big of a deal to them, but to PlayStation, it's everything. That's true. But because PlayStation's PS2 needed those memory cards to begin with.
and
Remember
yeah,
that?
they just
So I was like, nah, this is just gonna get too good to be true. But I was like, no. And then Phil's gonna make his own memory card and just, Bob D your uncle. And then that's exactly how it will work. But he sold it at a loss to make more money. That's the way Phil does shit. So
yeah. And Wild Horse, Wild Horse 74 says PlayStation fans seem to think that their memory expansion method is better than what Xbox did. And in actuality, it really isn't. It's not better because the card that you get that's $200 for the Xbox Series X is implemented for the system. All you do is just put it in the back and you go. You don't have to
yeah,
take nothing apart. You don't have to put nothing in. You don't have to hook something up and your system can't read something or it messes up. It just works. Because my friend just got one that I work with, Tom. He just got one last week. He said, "Man, I just put it in and there was my space." He went out and he got the card at Best Buy, and he said it just worked great, man. It's implemented for the system. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So
But that's because it's built off the UI that runs it. That's why. So it's
yeah,
like, it's a bonus for Microsoft being powered by their own cloud.
yeah, and hey,
I can't really front about that. So it's like, that's fine. But but then you basically take it back to the very core of what matters to the gamer, and I was like, well, fun experiences is the main thing, and also fun games. Doesn't matter what type of games it is; it just matters that the games exist. So that's
And
fine.
it has that velocity architecture that's built into that, right? So
Yep,
I mean,
yes, it does, and it's powered by your own internet power. So your home internet is what runs the system forevermore.
Yeah, and they just they I don't know. I mean, those price tags for that, good and damn well. I mean, there's going to be some PlayStation diehard fans that have the money that's going to go out and get those. But that, I mean,
but those
some of those
PS5s were going to be $600 a piece. That's how heavy, expensive those things were.
Yeah, man.
That's a heavy total to basically buy that for. I mean, I know my little brother would buy that in a heartbeat, but I'm a little bit I'm a little bit more hard to convince. My parents actually want to bribe me with a PC setup if I actually decided to take my meds on time for once in my life, and I was like, no, that's called bribery. I'm not going to do that. Next.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, we're gonna have fun with that because that's exactly what they were trying to do to me next. And I was like, nope. I already sent my biofather to France for a year. Next.
Yeah.
So no, but no, I enjoy lobby farms. Lobby farms have been the bread and butter of my entertainment on Xbox since inception. So I ain't really complaining that much. But I love the fact that the split gate was made by a 4 development man team, but no one can find servers.
Yeah.
So there was that issue all week long, and then you had everybody overhype the Halo Tech beta, but then you also have 343 saying 100 days till release date, and all you have to do to figure out what the real release date is ask your Google Home what that date is.
Yeah, that's all. That's
cool.
That's cool.
So I'm sorry. That was how easy it could be. Uno, dos, tres. But at the same time, I was like, nah, I'm just sitting back and chilling. This is easy. This is line of sight observation. So I was like, nah, that's cool. But at the same time, little Tommy'd be like, how long have I been away? It's been a while, hasn't it? But no, I'm having too much fun at home, actually, really.
Yeah.
Not working anymore kind of sucks, but at the same time, also having no wallet also sucks. So I can't really front while people complain about bills and shit. But
hear you on that, brother. 100%, man. But Killer Shaman 82 says the last exclusive game on PS5 this year will be Deathloop, and it is owned by Xbox Game Studios. Microsoft now. Iconic how their biggest semi-exclusive is an Xbox-owned game, and he's definitely right about that.
Yeah. No, Xbox was mad clever how they decided to do their lineup for the year, and I think Dustin Legary was right when he said that a couple days ago in his video. But it's just like it's all hot for Xbox, but PlayStation got the short end of the stick because they basically are running out of money. They're running out of exclusives, and they're running out of games. So it's like now you got everybody running and basically asking Sony for money, and I'm like, nah, Sony's the one that needs to be asking for money.
Yeah.
Sad but true. So it's still kind of funny, but at the same time, I'm like, well, that God of War Ragnarok is kind of what's delaying shit, and they're just taking forever to actually develop it. So
yeah,
maybe that's because they want to put it out. They want to paint it 8K, 100 frames or something like that.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, if worst comes to worst, I see God of War Ragnarok being a PC ported title. So. And then it will just go on the PSN Online on PC. So.
And that's another thing. I mean, real quick. I mean, they're making these remastered games. They're putting them on PS5,
yeah,
and
I saw that.
Are they charging $70?
Yeah.
How can they charge $70 for that, man?
I think that's what everybody is now wondering. They're like, well, how is Sony able to get away with this? And I was like, well, because no one understands math, apparently.
That's a waste of money.
I know it is. That's why at least if you have the service running for you, you basically run, you you run all these titles, 100 a week or 100 a month, and slowly but surely you get a return for them, because 15 a month times 12.
Yeah.
So it's like Phil did it the right way, where Sony did it the wrong way, and that was kind of the fun part about it. So I was like, no, he's just trying to do everything for less, and that's a good thing. So.
Oh
But
yeah, go ahead.
but at the end of the day, Phil wants to diverse, and he wants to expand. So like that flight simulator, the fact that everybody kind of is like, oh, that's just a simulator. You're right, but it's something that teaches people how to fly. So it's educational and it's beneficial. So it benefits Microsoft. Deal with it. I don't really care. Go play another lobby game that you actually love so much. It's not that hard. But then people kind of want to whine for no reason. And when you whine for no reason, then you basically you kind of show how salty you really are, because one company did for less what you should have been doing for your consumer from the very start. And I'm like, well, then Sony's just gonna have their own money blow up in their face. That's kind of how it's going to happen. But
that's what I'm talking about. And you know what, T? They're actually, some of them are starting to voice their opinion and bitch about that $70 price tag, man. They're starting to do that. They should have been doing
the only
that.
games that really should be 70 are like special edition versions. Like I used to buy titles that used to be over $100 for the editions that they had. But nowadays, unless it's something that I really cherish as an actual fanboy, like whether it be Halo or Call of Duty or something, I won't buy anything that's less than $60. So I was like, and I have the Game Pass Ultimate on me, so it's like I have all these free games to play, and all I have to do is just press the download button. So.
And I'm going to be honest with you, man. If I was a PlayStation fan, I'm not going to buy. I'm not going to buy a remastered game that was already on PS4, which you can make backward compat, and then you can do like Xbox did and give you the free upgrades, and then pay $70, man.
But Sony just wants to rinse and recycle their old products. That's not good consumerism. That's called stealing, and I don't think you should do that to your own consumer base. But it's Sony, so we'll see what happens.
That's big news, man. They're starting to see, gamers are starting to get
Wild Horse, I got that same message by Xbox the other day. Trust me.
Oh yeah,
everything's moving along just fine, and it just took a little bit to get there. That's understandable, especially.
What did he say? He's finally got it running on the iPhone. Is that good? Is it good on?
Yeah,
he said.
Yeah, he said I must be impressed.
Oh, okay.
So that means it runs just fine. That's a good thing. And but that's because it runs off of software, not hardware.
That's right. Great point, man. Great point.
And that software is powered by the consumer's own internet. So 5G power all.
Well, yeah, that's it. T. I'm hearing that. Let's just get into it, man. There's been a lot of hoopla going around on the internet about and on YouTube channels about the Sony games being $70 and for remasters and stuff like that. And I want the the comment section, the Alpha Brothers, give your opinions on this too. Give your true opinions about it. I mean, paying $70 right now, I don't know. I think that's just a little too much. I can kind of understand, okay, guys, if it was the brand new God of War and they want to, and they up their price on their in-house games, then I can understand that, but in a way. But for a remastered game or something that you already played on your PS4 that's just going on to the PS5 and charging you $70 is just really, really raping your pockets, man. It's just really bad consumerism, for their consumer base to do that to your your consumers, your customers, man. On the PlayStation side, and that's just shown me that Sony as a company, a gaming company, doesn't care about their fan base and their consumers, man, because that's
Rich
bad.
Review Tech said this the other day, but these companies, all they care about is money. That's all they care about. They don't care about the consumer. They care about actually just making top dollar, and that's all what Sony cares about. Xbox, on the other hand, does care about their consumer base because their consumer base gives them the return. But on Sony's side, that's not the case. So, so I would imagine how the price hack kind of pissed off all the Sony fans. But back in my day, I used to buy $70 titles. I don't do that much anymore. But now there's not that much I would actually want that are $70. Maybe that Far Cry 6, and that's probably it.
But T, if you're going to do that, make it like some kind of special collector's edition. I mean, put some extra stuff in the box, or or
anything above 60 has to be a special edition.
Yeah, I mean $70.
Otherwise, I would just use it on a Game Pass, loop, and that's how easy it can be there. So yeah, and I already have my Game Pass Ultimate prepaid automatically for another year. So. And I always pay it year by year. It's a lot easier that way.
And then like Walker said, he said if it wasn't for Game Pass, we
if it weren't for Game Pass,
we'd be paying the same.
Yeah, we'd be paying for it. We wouldn't be playing it for free. That is true.
Just a win-win, you have a lot of people.
Yeah, but the PlayStation fanboys don't like win-win scenarios. They want everything to go their way, and I was like, that almost never happens nowadays. Each consumer base is powered by different interests. That's the other thing. So PlayStation fanboys aren't powered by the same interests Xbox fanboys are. Same to say with Xbox fanboys aren't powered by the same thing Steam fanboys are. So it's like
what happened?
It don't really matter what you like to play as long as you play games.
And they talk about they see how good Game Pass is doing, and Sony usually copies what Microsoft does. It's just a fact. So, it seems like their Game Pass that they were talking about is on the back burner. You don't really hear about them trying to make it, or or give them any kind of news about them having their own kind of Game Pass.
Sony would put in their own Game Pass for Sony, we've all played before. That's why it would all be recycled titles. That's why they don't want to do it, and that would make sense. That does make sense, but at the same time, Phil just had a higher standpoint in the matter, because all those first-party games, they're all Xboxes. They all own them. It totally matters. It's a win-win scenario. But at the same time, you would tell Sony that, and Sony's like, "Oh, how are we supposed to do that for us?" Well, you don't have community-powered games, right. So I don't actually know. That would be a good point. But my other thing would be is that Sony's fanboys have all been powered by narrative or narrative exclusives. Jack and Dexter, God of War, your Spider-Mans. Yeah. So it's been a long time since we even saw something on the Forward Unto Dawn.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Xbox has always been about the online community push, and that's still true to this very day. So, and then back a couple of years ago, we had those dollar games that were actually those Telltale games, and those things still made a lot of money. They did.
Oh yeah, I like Telltale. I played the what did I play? I have the Batmans. I have the
I had the Game of Thrones one. I had the Batman one.
Was good. I
had the Wolf Among Us. That was good.
Yes, that was good. And I had the Walking Dead. I have all those. We have Hebot in the building. Let's get Hebot on.
I've never been much of a Walking Dead
on the stream to join us, man. And Hebot in here. What's up, Hebot? How you doing, good brother? Got Hebot to join us.
What's going on?
What's up?
Hey man. What's up?
Hey, look what I got. Look what I got.
Oh, what's that? What is that?
I got a package from a Sir James Davis.
You got that from the original Pony Killer.
Right.
What's going on, my good brother?
Nothing. Just on my way here, trying to. Can you guys see me in the camera better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking all scruffy wuffy and trying. On my way to go pick up my son. You know,
Most
trying to get
powerful
stuff
gamer.
done.
What's up?
Huh?
I said salute to the most powerful gamer.
Hey, listen, I try.
Batakis
A
in
lot
the
of people,
house.
a lot of people lost love for me. They're not showing me no love, so it is what it is.
You know what they can go and do. You know what I'm saying?
They think
Yeah.
they've forgotten about me. They'd rather support all these other imitators.
Like to forget
Yeah.
about the truth. You know what I mean? They like to forget about the truth. You
No,
know?
the imitators.
People always forget about honesty at the end of the day. They use the honesty to actually suit their services. That's true.
They like to support the imitators, the one that are saying what I was saying with others way before, years ago. And now they're acting like they're the ones saying it first, and so they like, oh my god, these guys are the truth. What?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, wild boy. Yeah.
Man, oh man, I'm so late to the game. It is what it is.
Just by 31 minutes.
That's
Yeah,
true, brother.
according to the podcast, but according to this goddamn console bullshit, I believe I was signed in 2013.
Right?
I was signed in 2011. So.
Yeah, look at that. Even better. That's not it.
It's just amazing how people can, whine about the simplest shit. It's just not really. It's not really, beneficial to whine if it's win-win.
No, T Reaper. You know what's amazing? That when we I'm gonna use myself as an example, right? When I was doing all this, way before, right? All I kept hearing was, "You're nothing but a toxic fanboy.
Yeah.
All you do is spewing toxicity."
But how was you toxic?
All
you're just being honestly truthful.
Spreading, all you do is spread constant words. You're an animal. All you do is fight and argue because I defend myself because people attack me. Listen.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what. But now it's the norm. It's okay now.
It's okay to
now
be an animal
okay.
as long as you're a civilized animal.
Now it's okay to Now it's okay to rag on Sony. It's okay to call them out. It's okay to say whatever they're doing wrong is wrong because it's acceptable now socially. Now it's mainstream because the media is saying it, because the websites are saying it, because all these bigger YouTube influencers are saying it. Now it's okay. No, they're late to the game. We've been done this around here at our circle. We've been did this long ago. And we never strayed away. We never looked the other direction. We didn't act like weak punks that had no spine because things weren't going our way 100%. Because we knew the bigger picture. We knew that it was just a matter of time. We knew that Microsoft was just rebuilding. We knew they were trying to do the best they could under the circumstances to evolve and get back on top. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We knew that. Everything.
Like was Phil Spencer being the new CEO. That's all it took. Be like, no, we're gonna get rid of Donnie Mattress. We're gonna make Phil the new boss, and then he's gonna make money.
Look at Wild Horse. Wild Horse is asking me to drive him in, and he's working nights tonight. Hey, listen, absolutely, it's my pleasure. Just tell me when and where, and I'll try to make it there on time. I can't promise I'll be on time. You know what I mean?
He says you're the Uber driver, man.
Yeah. I'm always out and about all the time. I drove taxi for 6 years of my life. Graveyard shift from 6 in the afternoon to 6 in the morning. So, then I did Uber on my own for a while, but
that's crazy.
It doesn't pay off. It doesn't pay off because all the expenses are on you, and based on what you make, it's not enough. When you drive a taxi, the company takes care of everything, the car, the maintenance, the insurance, the fixing. You know what I mean? All you basically do is fill up the tank, and that's it.
Yeah.
You leave the car with a full tank. That's it. Every time you leave.
Good thing I can't drive.
And you split everything halfway. So if I made $800 one night, that was $400 to my pocket. You know what I mean? That one day, that one evening. Shit, I remember one night in 3.5 hours, because it was during the Christmas time, and I did so many runs. I started off with a run to New Egypt, New Jersey, which was on the other side. It was like a 3-hour ride. By the time I came back, I think it was like by 12:30, I came back, and I did a couple of runs going to the airport back and forth to Newark. I made I think I already had made $1,000 in like 6 hours.
That
To
must
my,
have
for
been,
my,
that must have
for
been
myself.
beneficial.
Yeah.
For myself, okay. This was after splitting with the dispatcher at the base. But now, it's not like that no more, because there's too many people out here trying to be taxi drivers on their own, like Ubers and Lyft. And then the messed up part is these people are putting their lives in jeopardy because they pick up all types of creeps and bozos and weirdos, and they end up getting attacked. There's crazy shit starts happening to them, and vice versa. Like sometimes, for example, if you're a driver, you go on it with a driver, and that driver ends up being some Looney Tune. You know what I mean? So, because it's not secure. So I still would tell people, do it the traditional old way. Just call a cab, because a cab, it's a real company. They got security. You're not going to have fear of getting mugged or anything without any type of protection from the police, or protection from the company itself. You have a radio. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
That's why I always usually tell people should just take cabs, because it's safer. It's safer than to just take, again, like I said, an Uber or a Lyft, because you're on your own basically. So you don't know who you're gonna pick up, or you don't know if the driver that picks you up is someone safe. You know what I mean? So it works against everybody both ways. If you're the passenger, or if you're the actual driver, it could work against you. It's kind of still dangerous. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's a big risk, is what I'm saying.
What Smitty Smith put up there for you, he bought.
Huh?
Smitty Smith, what he wrote in the comments section to you, man.
Oh, he said I bought the Berserk series. Thanks for the recommendation. Oh, nice. Did you buy the newer one, or did you buy the original as well? The original prints, they all are only available on DVD. They're hard to come by, so they're kind of pricey still. And it's about 6 volumes. But they're the actual original in anime form. Then, of course, you have the books, the graphic novels, which there's like 25 chapters, I believe, or volumes.
Ooh.
And now they're doing them in hard book, like they're doing like a really big, high quality version of it in a hard book that is really big. That it's like a leather hard book, and each one comes with 3 volumes in that one book. And they're about $35 to $40, sometimes $50 per book. But it's an excellent series. It's for me is the greatest anime of all times. It's just absolutely fantastic. I hope you're enjoying it, because you are thanking me for the recommendation. So I hope you are enjoying it. And then they made the newer series, which is the continuation of the original volumes that were made in like the 80s on DVD. They made it the continuation, and people were kind of not happy with it because it used a lot of stenciling, like it had like that pencil type of look outline. It had some 3D animation mixed with the 2D, so people were upset. I didn't mind it. I thought it still looked great. The stories were still, very powerful and very compelling in the continuation of the story. But they also did a 3 movie arc collection on Blu-rays available. Now I've never seen it in 4K. That's also on streaming services like Netflix, which basically modernized the animation and they condensed the 26 episodes that come in the 6 volumes, and they condensed them into like a 3 movie arc with new and improved, modern day animation, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, which is still good, but a lot of the little details that were in the 6 volume original animation were left out. Even though they also added some stuff that you didn't see in the original 6, like they showed more about the Puck character, which is a little fairy that follows him, that helps him. That if you guys ever played the Dreamcast game, you know who Puck is because he was in that game, which was one of the stories after the eclipse, which was the ending of the original series, or not so much the ending, but where it left off on the DVD format. It was one of the stories that happened that he went through in that arc in the actual Dreamcast game, and then they did the one for the sequel for the PS2, which would look great, but the gameplay wasn't as good, and it had some things, a lot of like bugs, and the characters would keep respawning. It was kind of annoying, but it wasn't as good as the Dreamcast game, but it looked better in a lot of ways. Which also is available. You can get it also. I see. He said, "Oh, I bought it the Blu-ray version." I'm assuming you bought the 3 movie arc because I don't think the original volumes are available on Blu-ray. Although I could be wrong.
Well, I think if he got the Blu-ray, how many does he have in there?
Well, the thing is, like I said, the original arc, like the original anime,
Yeah.
it's 6 volumes, but they're only available on DVD when they made them here in America, when they ported them over, right?
Yeah.
So 6 volumes, but each DVD has about, I think it's 4 to 5 episodes. Altogether, it's like 25 or 26 episodes. And so what I'm trying to say is that they made a modernized version of that whole volume set, but they turned it into like a 3 movie part. It's 3 movies and modernized it, but they cut out a lot of the little details. That version is the only version that I know they made on Blu-ray, and the new ones that came out like in 2018 and 17, which were the continuation to the original volumes that were on DVD. You follow me?
Yeah.
So I don't know which ones he got, because there's those, and then there's the one that was the movie art with the 3 movies that really supposed to be the 6 movies in volumes of the DVD set, condensed into a 3-part movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Felcher
he
saying, "Oh, Berserk is dark, man." Yeah, Berserk is very dark and compelling, but it's very realistic and he hits a lot of things that we deal with in real life. In our reality. That's why I love it so much. It's so well written. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, Hebot.
Yeah.
Earlier before you came in, my brother, we were talking about the big elephant in the room, man. A lot of people right now, believe it or not, and Hebot will tell you when he tells your opinion about this, they're starting to say now that ps5 fans are mad over the $70 price tag, man. So Hebot, can you tell us what you really think about this now? Them starting to come out now saying that they're mad about getting remasters for $70 and different things, and paying $70 for these games, man. So what is your opinion on that, my good brother?
That you're saying that now PlayStation guys are getting upset?
Yes, they're actually, out there, on social media talking about being upset about this $70 price tag that they have to pay for these games now. Probably really those remasters too. You know what I mean?
Well, look, I mean, it's about time if they are calling it out. It's about time because you know it, they want Sony to do better, right? For them as a fan base, right? But we got to understand and take into consideration that is in the same token. With that being said, and maybe people are going to be like, well, oh my God, he bought his damage controlling for Sony. It's not even that. It's that Sony is not in a financial situation the way that Microsoft is, that they can actually, afford to give them better options, right? For lack of a better term, because Sony financially is not where they used to be many years ago, and for a long time. And a lot of that is because they did a lot of bad investments and made a lot of selfish moves and acts years within gaming and even in the movie industry, and even in the electronic industry, that were anti-consumer and kind of backfired in their face because of the things that they done, the money they spent, and they weren't able to capitalize and gain back that residual that they spent because of the stuff that they've done. You know what I'm trying to say? Like they can't afford to put out a new game that they bring out, and you've seen already. The proof is with like games like Returnal and games like Ratchet. We all know that normally a game.
Those were just fast scraps. We know that.
Well, normally games like that, because they're a lot smaller, right, budget wise, they would price them at 40, maybe $50, depending. But you see, so far in this generation, even something like Bugsnax and Sackboy, right? They were still priced at $70, and that's because they just don't have the capital to sustain what they're offering their fan base. They need to charge more to try to make some money back. That's the same reason why I believe they have not been able to evolve, right, and expand PSN Network, or PSN Now rather, which is their version of Game Pass. That's why they haven't extended it, putting games day and day, making deals with third party, bringing them there, because they just don't have that capital, the money to back it up. They just don't. Microsoft can make a game like Halo, right? Microsoft can make a game like Halo Infinite that is the rumors are that it cost them about $500 million to create or make, right? And they're going to put it day and date, and I guarantee you Halo is still going to sell very well for them. It's still going to be successful.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Whether it's through Game Pass, whether it's people buying it, and that's because it's because just Halo is a big entity and IP in the gaming industry. You know what I mean? So something like that is going to do well, and they could afford to because they're going to make their money back. And I see the comment by Keith Courage in Alpha Zone and the Turbo Graphics. I used to love that game. He's saying $70 LOL, Sega Genesis, NES, and Nintendo 64 games way more expensive back in the 90s. Absolutely. But the biggest difference is back in the day, there wasn't as many games, number one, coming out back to back, and we would not be able to buy all those games at one shot.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? We would buy them slowly, or when we were able to, or saw them on sale, or we would borrow games from each other. But also keep in mind that we also had Blockbuster videos and little mom and pop shops that would rent out the games, which is basically Game Pass, the same thing that being Game Pass and PSN Network is. And we would rent the game out and try it out and see if we liked it, and then we knew what games we could actually buy and pay for our hard-earned money, or our parents' hard-earned money, because our parents, in many cases, were the ones buying us those games back then. But yes, the games back then were very, very expensive. I remember in the '64 era, the Mortal Kombat, I think it was 4 or the trilogy. That game was like $95.
That was expensive.
I remember vividly, it was $95. I remember Star Fox that came with the expansion pack.
Oh,
I
Star Fox
believe
was
was
mad expensive. I remember.
Yeah, I believe it was like $100 off. Yeah, I remember it was like $100 off, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, and if anybody knows it down in the comments, correct me if I'm wrong. But I believe it was like $100. So it's like I said, gaming is an expensive hobby. It always has been, always.
Thanks.
But the fact that now there's so many options, so many options, that I don't understand why people do tend to complain about it, because you got options, you really do. But to pay for a game like, let's say, Ratchet, right, or Returnal, which by the standards of the quality of the game, they shouldn't, or the length, or what the game has to offer, which is a straightforward single player game, maybe a couple of hours, with no voice acting of high quality caliber actors or anything like that. It's just, a mocap person, and straight up shooter. Like Returnal, I think only has like 6 levels, for example, right? Those games should not be priced at $70, because they're not worth the $70 price point. Because even the developers of Returnal, which is Housemarque, right? They even said, and this was before they were acquired by Sony, that they didn't know that was the price that Sony was going to charge the fans. That they found out the day of the announcement of the price themselves as developers, which tells you that they didn't make that decision. That decision was made by Sony. And again, that decision is made by Sony because Sony was the one who gave them the money, probably, in this case, to develop the game. So they need to make their money back somehow. So they're the ones that determine, well, no, you're going to price it at this point. You know what I mean? Yeah, very good point, Peltrix. Yeah, plus back then, games were a lot cheaper to make.
Right.
Absolutely.
Facts.
Yes.
Facts.
So for them, like the developers, it was a lot easier to make money back then, because they didn't pay that much to make them and to begin with, and they could charge that price point, and make some money out of it. But the thing is that because they were cartridge based and not CD based, that was labor. So they would pay a lot of money to produce those cartridges and those U cards and all that stuff. That was more expensive than to print out a game on a disc. You know what I mean? So that was also very expensive to manufacture. So that was another reason why they also kept the prices a little bit also high back then when we were growing up. So again, it's like we always say, there's so many little details to every story, to every situation. So you can't just have one set opinion and thought on it. You got to really think about everything, because this is this way, but then there's this. Yeah, that was that way, but then there's this. It's never just a straight answer. It's got to be. It's a much more in-depth and in detailed type of answer for the situation, because gaming, from where it started to now, has changed in so many ways, and the circumstances are so many ways are so different, and the situations are so different, that we can't just sit there and be, oh yeah, it's because they're just trying to do this because they want to rob us, or it's because of this. That's why I don't really brag on it, because I know Sony's just not in a capital situation financially, than Microsoft is, and that's their own fault. Don't get me wrong, it's their own fault for their arrogance, their bad decision makings, their greedy decision makings. That's all their fault. They put themselves in that situation, so I don't sympathize with them. I'm just saying that's the reason why they're doing it, because the fact of the matter is they can't afford it. So if you can't afford it, you got to charge what you feel is sustainable for you to make money. And that's just the nature of it. That's the sad truth about it. But I'm glad that they're calling it out, because if they want better, or if they want Sony to make better decisions, or offer them a better price point with certain set games, or even better options, right, within their ecosystem, right? You know what I'm saying? Then they have to open their mouth. They have to be vocal. So if they are saying it, I guess I salute them, because it's about time, right? It's about time. But at the same time, I don't think Sony's going to listen much to them, because, again, like I said, they're not in a financial situation like Xbox. They just are not. They really aren't. And that's why they're doing these moves, like buying and acquiring Nexus, which basically creates and does PC ports of games that are on console for PC, to bring and port over a lot of their existing titles, and any of their future titles, perhaps maybe even day and date, like Xbox, because they know there's a market also there that they can make money out of. That's just good for the Sony fan base, but they don't see it that way. That the more money they make, the better it is, because they can buy and acquire and create more things. But it is what it is.
Yeah. Hey man, we got our brother DJ Tucker in the house, man. He joined us.
I see that, DJ Tuckmaster.
What's up, brother? Hey man, what do you think about this, man? What do you think about the Sony, about that $70 price tag, man? So what do you think about that, Tuck?
Oh, so now the fans are finally calling their ass out now, huh? Man, y'all know where I'm going with this. Y'all know where the heck I'm gonna go with this. Who gives a fuck?
Duck is the wrong person to ask.
I mean, I'm the wrong person to ask about this, y'all. Because if the damn Sony fans should have been barking about that when Sony announced it, that they gonna do the $70 price point.
True that.
Tuck has no sympathy for the phone. Right, Tuck?
I mean, I'm just telling you the truth. That's when they should have been bitching about it.
True that.
Because the reason why I'm saying that, for number one, okay, what happened after when when they had to start paying for the $70 games? Oh, we all right with it. Oh, we love it.
I hope you like it, brother.
You know what? Well, don't complain about it now. Sony fucked you.
Hope you like it, He-Bot. Yeah, I hear you.
That look like you. Sega man.
I don't have no afro, man. Ball head.
I mean, dude, y'all gotta understand, I do not give a damn about a pony. And I sure don't give a damn about Sony. I mean, everybody know how I feel about them. I don't give a damn. I mean, if the price point, that's what they're gonna keep it at, fuck them. Let them spend it. Let them spend the $70. And hey, and on our end, we loving every single bit of it.
Yep.
Because we get the option on both ends. And like He-Bot always said, you got a chance to either try the game out or either buy it.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, but these lunatics, these damn Sony lunatics think that it's a crime what Xbox is doing. I would say it's not a crime, you damn ass white. Let's get this shit straight. It's not a damn crime. Okay, damn. How many times we had to explain to you on this podcast? You get the Game Pass, and you got the best of both worlds. But how many times do we on this panel gotta go ahead and tell these damn Sony motherfucking ponies what the fuck is what it's all about. This is all about a good gaming service. Now you hear now what did they call the Game Pass the first time when it came out? Oh, the welfare Game Pass.
Now the welfare
it
pass.
ain't nothing. It ain't nothing at all. It's gonna fail.
Did a video on that, man. Yeah,
Now
man.
what the fuck is it doing now?
Yeah.
It's saving gamers a lot of money. And like, okay, this past week, okay, the
Look,
sick
Tuck.
came out.
Hey, brother Tuck, can I add to what you're saying, brother Tuck?
Hey, let me get through. Let me get through with this.
Yeah, I just want to add something to what you're saying.
He brought up one good point that y'all gotta understand. That's it. We tried it. You know what he bought? I bought it.
Right.
I bought
Right.
to
Oh, you bought it?
I
Yeah.
bought the damn
You
game
bought it?
to
All right. That's cool.
hey, you can't beat the damn price. I tried it, I bought it, I loved it. Did I have the option to buy it if I didn't want to? Yeah, I had that option if I didn't want to buy it. But you know the reason why I bought it, y'all? Because so I can support the developer to make bigger and better games.
That's what I'm talking about.
And I tell you right now, and he bought me and you already talked about this earlier today. And I'm agreeing with you on all that stuff. I am very pissed. I am very, very pissed that doggone with that game that's coming to the PS5 now. What's the name of the damn game?
The medium.
The medium.
The medium should have kept their ass right where they was at. They should have kept their ass right where they at. Be loyal.
Yeah.
Okay, be loyal, motherfuckers.
You know how what I said was to you earlier was that when that Microsoft helped them ship out literally 4 games because they did Layers of Fear, and Layers of Fear was put on preview, right? Xbox preview, right?
Right.
Xbox fans bought the game during the preview. Hey,
Right.
look at that. And supported the game, and then they finally were able to finalize the game. They were able to finalize the game and actually bring it out, right?
Right.
And then they did Layers of so much so that they did Layers of Fear 2, which Microsoft also helped them again. They put it on Xbox. It was exclusive. Then they went and put it on PlayStation.
Yeah.
With the Blair Witch Project, it was a licensed game. Microsoft helped them put it on Xbox with a deal. They did an exclusive deal. I guess the people who own the Blair Witch Project IP helped fund the game, but Microsoft helped them, get it out there, made an exclusive deal, and like 3 months later, they put it on PlayStation. It didn't sell on PlayStation. Nobody bought it. Now the media, the same thing. We bought it when they were showing it. It was, oh my God, this looks like this don't even look next gen. And now because they're doing trailers that are showing better and bigger areas in the game that are actually more, that are showing off the game better, right, that are more impressive. Now dudes, oh my God, this looks next gen. I want to play it. This is going to be the true love. When reality is they never cared about any of their other stuff, right? And they never even cared about medium. So I doubt that the medium will sell either, and they're putting it physical because they don't have really much choice. They have to put it physical there. Because Sony doesn't. You have to make 2 SKUs. It reads as 2 SKUs when you play it on different consoles. On Xbox, that one game works on the other console. It moves forward because of the way they designed it. So now they're making a physical copy for Xbox gamers, but I'm like, I already bought the game. Why should I go out and buy it again if you put it on PlayStation physical now? It kind of feels hypocritical on the part of Bloober Team, right? But then Bloober Team was supposed to get bought, right? And the ramblings was that, that supposedly Microsoft was in talks with them about buying. Then they backed off because they did a deal, and now they're working on the new Silent Hill. And I'm like, and now people want to act like, oh, I'm excited. Well, how could you be excited if you haven't never played and supported any of their other games? So how you know they're good enough to make Silent Hill? You're just excited because the idea for them is, oh, it's going to be exclusive to PlayStation. It's going to be this. It's going to be that. But that's all hypocritical, you know. So I hope they don't do that anymore with them. Like Microsoft, if you're going to do a deal, either stays exclusive or let them figure it out on their own, because they help these developers, and I understand why they do it, and it's great that they do it. But these developers on the Xbox side just do not know how to. They just don't know how to show loyalty in any way, shape, or form. Any way, shape, or form.
That's right. That's right.
Meanwhile, you got these little ass games that come out on PlayStation and even Nintendo for that matter. And they will not move that game for nothing. It'll stay right there, even though Nintendo or Sony actually didn't fund the game or paid them any money to put the game there. And that's the biggest difference, especially. So I'll segue into what I was trying to say before with you, Tuck, especially when you compare it to Game Pass. There's all these people like, oh yeah, it's on Game Pass, it's on Game Pass, put it on Game Pass. And what people don't understand, oh, it's all that Microsoft has all this. Our brother E-Rock, God bless him, and big shout outs to him, did a video how there's so many games on Japanese games on Xbox. And I'm like, yeah, there is, but it's because there is, but it's because Microsoft is shelling out dough. They're paying them upfront money to put it on Game Pass. And then after they put it there on Game Pass, whatever other sales they make, whether it's downloading or people buying the game, they make almost full profits out of those sales as well.
That's
so
right.
it's not because they're trying to play nice with Xbox or because they respect the Xbox fan base or the console or the quality or the ecosystem. No, it's because they are benefiting right out the gate, getting paid up front. And in most of these cases with these developers, especially Japanese ones, they're probably making more money with that payment they get up front to put it on Game Pass than they do when they sell it separately, whether it's physical or whether it's digital, on only Nintendo and PlayStation. You get what I'm saying? So,
oh hell yeah.
So for me, it's like y'all gotta stop acting like, oh, it's on Game Pass because Microsoft is trying to be slick. No, Microsoft is paying these people up front, these developers, to make money up front, and it's guaranteeing them money up front so that they don't have to feel like they're taking a risk, because it is a risk when you bring out a game, especially if nobody's paying attention to it. And at the same time, it's helping us, the gamers, because we don't have to worry about, oh, well, what about if I buy this game for $50 and the shit sucks, right?
Right.
Even if it sucks, even if the game only sucks to me and not to Tuck and not to T Reaper and not to Sega Man, if it sucks to me, I'm gonna feel like I wasted my money, right?
Right. Yeah.
So at least by being able to play it on Game Pass, I don't have to feel scared that I'm gonna lose my money. If I played it and I think it sucks, then I don't have to buy it, but I still got to try it, right? And in most cases, when I don't like a game, I don't even touch it. It's not like I'm gonna be a douchebag, go play the game, beat it, and not even buy it and not touch it and still say, oh, it sucks. No, if the game sucks for me, I won't even touch it. I don't even play it. Like Oxenfree, never played the fucking game. Everybody loved that game, got mad ratings, reviews.
Yeah.
Never
touched
touched
it. I tried it.
I tried it out. I was like, nah, this ain't for me. That's it. I left it there. I downloaded it. I downloaded it because I heard that every time you download a game, it helps the developer. I did download it to help them, but if that's the case. But as far as me being a prick and playing it just because I have access to it, no, I don't do that. I'm not a hypocrite. If I don't like something, I'm not gonna like it. I'm just gonna tell you straight. I'm not playing it. I could get the game for free, but I don't like it. I'm not playing it. That's just how I am. But I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh yeah, I don't like it. Play the fuck out of the game, beat it, and be a stingy fuck and not buy the game, and then still have the audacity to sit here on a podcast and complain that the game was corny. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't do that. I don't do that. That's just distasteful, right? So
Yeah,
again,
you got that right.
we're very lucky on the Xbox side right now. We're very lucky,
Yeah, we
and
are.
it's funny. It's funny because I'm seeing people now being hyped. Tuck told me about this earlier. Being hyped and being all excited over the possibilities of a brand new Metal Gear Solid remake and the possibility of a brand new, Silent Hill remake. And I'm like, damn, the hypocrisy is real because last generation, all they said is, oh, the only reason and the only thing that you got on Xbox is old games. Who the fuck want to play old games?
Yeah, right.
Even though
Play them all the time.
we were able to play them enhanced and for free.
Nothing wrong with free.
Well,
We weren't
well,
paying. We weren't.
but you know what they're happy about? They happy about just because. I mean, just like you said, they don't get no more exclusives coming out this damn year. So they better hope and pray that those damn games do come out this year, because you know they're gonna push the narrative. You know they're gonna push the goalposts. Oh, we got 2 exclusives coming this year: Metal Gear Solid or either Silent Hill. Who gives a flying fuck? Those
Well,
are
even
massive games.
if they got one of those games exclusively, it's because that's all Sony can afford to do because they don't have other new IPs right now in the works that they can actually bring out.
That's right.
That's all that means. That just shows you that they don't have enough intellectual properties from themselves that they can bring out. So they make these third party deals. That's all that proves. That proves that what we've been saying is the truth this entire time. That's all it proves. Now, more than likely, it won't be an exclusive, for the whole duration of the generation. I really doubt that because again, Konami's not going to make a Metal Gear anymore, or a Silent Hill, or a Castlevania, and not bring it to any other platform like Xbox or Nintendo when they know that they sell on Xbox and Nintendo also. Maybe it sells more on PlayStation, but they still sell well enough to make a lot of money also on other consoles. So they're not going to miss that opportunity. And I know Sony can't pay them enough money to warrant to keep it there out of their pocket, where they're like, oh no, we don't need no money, it's enough. No, they're not going to do that either. So if it's a time exclusive, it's a time exclusive. Good for them. We have a lot of games to look forward to this holiday season. It already started. We got games like Death Door. Big shout outs to Smitty Smith for the giveaway he did with Sega Man on the Alpha.
Gonna be given away today.
I will not. I want to try that game, but I have to buy it. It's not on Game Pass, so I'm gonna wait until I can get it. Because I've been trying to buy a bunch of other stuff. So I have to kind of pick and choose my battles right now. We had games like the Ascent just launched. The flight simulator. Also, we had other games coming like the Gunk Still and the Scorn, which will probably more than likely find out release dates because they're still scheduled for this year at Gamescom coming up soon. We got obviously the new Forza Halo Infinite that's coming out. So like we're actually ending up getting Psychonauts 2 coming out, even though it's not exclusive, but it's a game that we're gonna get on Game Pass, and we own the developer, obviously. Hades, we're getting Hades, which we also don't gotta buy day one. We could try it on Game Pass, which it got a lot of good reviews so far too. So there's no lack of games here on Xbox. We're getting games left and right that we can play at no extra cost and really at no risk. So if they get an exclusive, that's great. If we have to wait a couple of months to play it, that's also fine. We have plenty to play until it comes out. We're gonna get to play it anyway, and that's all that matters. So
okay.
But I'm not gonna.
But the biggest thing I'm gonna ask you to think about.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they do have that damn remaster on the game, blah 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 blah, how much
Mm-hmm.
damn game gonna cost?
$70.
Probably $70. Probably, yeah,
Okay,
probably.
okay. So if it's $70 damn, how many people gonna really go out there and buy a $70 thing that's going on in this world right now?
Well, that's the thing, Tuck.
Nobody.
That's why. That's why Sony needs their own Game Pass. That's why. Because look at Ratchet. Ratchet only sold 1.2 million units, supposedly, right?
Right.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because if Sony doesn't create their own Game Pass, Microsoft is just going to slowly but surely outsell them.
Well, T Reaper, think about this too. Think about this. Think about this. They're saying and claiming that they have 10 million consoles that they sold, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
which the reality of that is more than likely they shipped 10 million consoles, right?
Right. Right.
Ship does not mean sold.
Right.
Right.
So they ship 10 million, but in people's hands it's probably way less than that, right? Because you saw that they said themselves 25% of the consoles that they've sold are not even active, meaning nobody's turned them on
Which means
because
bots
scalpers
got them.
got their hands on them, right? A lot
Yeah.
of scalpers got their hands on them because it's a hot commodity, right? So,
Yeah. And if they,
so
and if, yeah. Hell yeah.
you
Yeah.
understand? So Xbox doesn't have that issue because even though they got scalpers, they made it where it's a lot harder, right?
Yeah.
You know, they made it where it's a lot harder, right? They made it where it's a lot
Harder or
harder.
more complicated. You choose.
Well, Microsoft made it more harder and complicated. You're right, T, to scalp an Xbox, right? Because think of it this way: when you do it through Xbox All Access, right? Remember that Xbox All Access, you have to prove with your ID, your credit card, your Social Security. You can't just buy 8 or 9 or 10 Xboxes. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
And so there's no way to steal and scalp it. It's one per person.
Yeah.
Oh boy, who in the world?
I mean, I actually have 2 Xboxes in this.
Who is that? Listen, who is makeshift? Whoever that is just gifted me Death Doors. God bless you, whoever that is.
That's Smitty Smith.
Oh, Smitty! Wow, Jesus, God
that's
bless
his
you, bro.
gamer
Wow,
tag.
you didn't
That's
have
his
to
gamer
do that,
tag
man.
on
Oh, Jesus
Xbox.
Christ! Wow, I didn't. Oh my God, that is so nice of you, man. Thank you so much, man.
Shout out to Smitty Smith for gifting the game that he bought, man. Much respect, man.
Yeah, I just got the alert there on my thing. I'm like, what's that? Because I don't know what makeshift is. I didn't know who that was.
That's Smitty Smith on Xbox. That's his
Wow,
gamer
I
tag.
I didn't even know. I didn't even know.
Salute.
This is what I'm really interested in. You know, with all these dogma people saying that they sold over 10 million systems and all that stuff, and like you said, he bought 25% of them not even active. Okay, and the way that things is going, the way that things are going now, and these scalpers that going out there, and you know they ain't selling these damn systems for like the price that is in the retail store. They're gonna sell the system for a higher price so they can get some money out of it. And
Right.
that's my whole thing about it. You know, and everybody gonna say this, say that. I say, y'all, listen.
No, you're right, Chuck. Nobody's gonna pay $1,000 for a PS5. They're not gonna do that.
No.
Well, in
No,
most
I
cases.
mean, ain't no way in the world I'll be paying $1,000 for that.
Unless the pony really wants to play Ragnarok.
No, you'll probably have one. Maybe you'll probably have T. You'll probably have one or two like crazy fanatics will pay for it. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Some people will do it, but Tuck is absolutely right. The majority of people that have any sanity are not going to pay $1,000 for a PS5, knowing that eventually they'll get their hands on it through regular stores.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Or
Trying to find those
Xbox
things nowadays is hard as fuck, though.
Yeah, it is.
Or
But the thing is
I
that
agree, he bought. Yep.
The thing is too is that the way they see it is I still could play most of the games that are on it on PS4 anyway.
Yeah.
So there's really not an
That's the other
urgency,
flip side of the issue too. So
right? Because there's not really a sense of urgency to buy it to just play. Let's say something like Returnal
yeah.
or something
I,
like
I,
Ratchet, and that's it.
I wouldn't have the sense of urgency to buy another PlayStation product until the next God of War.
Now, don't exactly. I was going to say that. Now, let's say, right? Let's say if they had this holiday season, right? God of War and Horizon, then I can argue Tuck's point.
Yeah.
Then I can say, Tuck, no. People will pay for it because they got two big bangers and they're desperate and they want to pay it, and it's hard as fuck to get the console. Then I'd say Tuck has no point, or that his argument can be, or that his point can be argued with. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as far as right now, I just don't see that urgency, especially when they, delayed Horizon. Because Kena again is a timed exclusive, and it's not a game for everybody, especially for those pony fanatics that all they say and claim and live by is if it has to be photorealistic and super high quality, and that's it. It can't be a game that looks artistic and beautiful and have like cartoony style Pixar graphics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's another game that I'm very interested to see how it's going to do. Because I have a big feeling it's not going to do well, even though it deserves to do well because the game looks really nice. It's two developers. I believe they're both young, black, African American developers, if I'm not mistaken, that are doing a game for the first time. And they used to work at Pixar, like doing animation for Disney, if I'm not mistaken.
What's
And
the
they're
game?
making this game themselves, and it looks incredible. It looks beautiful. It's called Kena.
Kena. Okay.
Kena. Kena. But the game is like a timed exclusive, Tuck. So it's also coming to Xbox and PC, and maybe even the Switch. I'm not sure. But the point of the matter is, I'm very curious to see how the game does on PlayStation because it is exclusive, and they've been advertising and pushing it, for a while that it's on PlayStation 5 first. I don't know if it's cross-gen. It might be cross-gen. I'm not sure. But either way, it looks really beautiful. It looks like an awesome action platformer with some Pikmin elements from the game Pikmin. But it still looks incredible. Like I would definitely want to play that on PlayStation if that was an only exclusive for them. But when I found out that it was going to come to other consoles and it was timed, I was excited, and I was like, I'll wait and play it on my preferred platform, obviously. But not that. But even so, even with that, I would probably buy the game on PS4 anyway or PS5, just because I like it so much the way it looks, just to support. Knowing me, I probably would end up buying it on both consoles anyway. Smitty Smith, thank you so much, man. God bless your heart. God bless your soul for that gift,
Smitty
man.
Smith, man. Salute.
Like that
That's
was
good,
so
brother.
kind of you, man. You didn't have to do that. I'm
up?
awestruck right now. I'm very humbled.
That's what's up.
And I'm like, wow, I can't even believe it. Like you didn't have to do that, but I know that you did it from the kindness of your heart, and that means the world to me, man.
That's what's
Because
up.
I know you didn't have to do that. So thank you so much, brother. I really, really, that means a lot to me. Thank you. So yeah, like I don't know. I would probably end up trying to support it, even though it's on PlayStation, and buy it even on PlayStation and then get it on Xbox, because that's just one of those games that deserves to be highlighted because they're few and far between. That they show up and like that game coming from EA, that one they showed not too long ago with the little girl that she has a little sidekick and it's a dice. You know the name of it, T?
Yeah.
Dice?
No, I remember. I know what you're talking about. Yep.
I forgot the name of it. If you can get me the name, T, if you're in front of a PC or something, please get the name for me. It looks incredible too, but that's multi-plat. and that game looks gorgeous. It's very Tim Burton-esque, and I can't wait to play it. I'm very excited for that game. I forgot the name of it, but again, it's a little girl. She has like a little dice that's her friend or her partner. It's like It Takes Two. It's very creative,
really?
very yeah. It's very creative, very intuitive. It's like very different. You know what I mean? Listen, whoever hasn't played It Takes Two co-op, I urge you to play with somebody because the game is incredible. It's so much
I
fun.
want to get that game. I want to get that
You
game.
you can play even if you don't get it. You can play it with somebody because it has a free pass to play with two people. It's just like The Way Out. It's incredible. It's my favorite game still of the year. My game of the year to this point so far.
Is it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I haven't played Ascent yet, although I'm having a lot of fun with Flight Simulator. Please don't judge me. Please don't judge me.
I'm not gonna judge you. So.
It's just a lot of fun. It's so simple, but so much fun and so intriguing. Just
Yeah.
flying around and having that sense of being an airplane pilot and looking at all the vast scenery and the weather effects.
Man.
It's just a really fun, nice game. I don't even know how to.
memory.
Huh?
Or have that memory.
Oh yeah. It's nice though. To
Right.
Sega, man, it really is.
I tried it.
It's
Like
really
I said-
nice. Man.
Like I told everybody in my job, it's not a game for everybody, but it's one of them games that you just want to just chill out and just fly and just enjoy the scenery and just enjoy it.
And just
But let me ask you a question, Tuck. Let me ask you a question. Because this is how I feel. Do you think maybe feel the way I feel? Even though it's not for everybody, right? Even like somebody like T Reaper that's very meticulous with with the games he plays, right? Even if he tried it, right? I have a feeling that there will be something in the game that people will like. Because it has like
I would love to use that flight simulator to visit Florida again. I'll do that. I'll do that anytime.
It's some type. It's like this. At is there? The game has this sense of charm. I don't know if you agree with me, Tuck, but I think if anybody tries it, they'll find something to like about it.
I
But it's just
I agree
charming.
on
Something
that.
about the game is very charming. It's simple but charming. I don't know how to explain it. It's the best way I can explain it. Or maybe I'm just an ex-twat and I like everything else. I don't know.
No, you're right. I mean, how can you not sit there? I mean, I haven't seen nobody criticize the game since it's been out.
Right.
I haven't seen nobody criticize the game since it came out. I mean, you just imagine this. I mean, these are like real times too. This ain't no fake times. These are like when you leave the airport, like in a big commercial jet, and like you said it to like go to like overseas or something like that. It's gonna take that much time to get over there.
Right.
I mean, that's one thing I love about it. I mean,
is that
I mean,
so? Okay. I did not know that.
I mean, there's nothing that you can really say about it. I mean,
Yeah.
you can set it up like that. I mean, if you had the flight stick, y'all, oh my God, the flight stick makes a whole big. But like I said, there's one time, man, I put like this, y'all. I was going from Oklahoma to California, and I put this. I mean, once I got the damn plane up in there, I put the damn thing on automatic pilot. By the time I got to California, I started to try to land the damn plane, crash the damn plane. So, I'm like, and I mean, it's a learning curve. You got to learn. I mean, you got to really, really pay attention to really learn how to land the plane and all that stuff. Because there's no motives. I'm over here thinking the first time when I played it, I had like a little crop duster. And I'm over here thinking that it's easy to land. Shit, no, it's not. No, it's not.
I heard landing is actually the hardest part about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what it is? You know what it is, T? When you land, I've actually gotten the hang of it, right?
Yeah.
But when you're landing,
the landing physics takes your body's mental focus and basically puts you in the actual, hands of the actual pilot. So that's why it actually feels that way. And you actually can feel you actually can feel that nausea if you actually land it correctly. So that's a good.
Well, there's an airport that I go from when I go and fly over Puerto Rico, right? For example,
Hmm.
there's an airport in Puerto Rico at the other end of the island. You go from Mayagüez to like I forgot the name of the other side, but the airport when you land on it, the airstrip, right?
Hmm.
It's on the water,
Ooh.
so it's really nice looking, right?
That's cool.
So when you land that plane, you're landing on the water with the
Yeah, that's
plane.
cool. That's cool.
Does the
Because the
Damn.
airstrip,
does
the
the plane
airstrip.
actually does the plane that you fly actually have like water like landings?
Well, there's planes that have the thing in the bottom for the water, but my dumb ass, I picked the plane that had wheels, so I didn't give a fuck, and I got stuck in there. Shit is funny though. I did a clip. I'm gonna try to post it up to see if you guys see it. It's funny. But it just looks so cool. But when you're landing, you gotta worry about the speed, right? So you gotta bring down the speed. Then you gotta bring down your main flaps. You gotta bring down the landing gear. You gotta click and get permission from the flight tower to make sure that you have permission to land and there's a clearing.
With you 100. Yeah.
And then as you're going down, hey Hunter, what's going on? Then as you're going down, you got to make sure that you're able to maintain the balance with the plane, slowly bringing down the altitude at a slow rate while you lower the volume. The speed
While you
completely
push it
down.
forward, yeah.
Well, the speed, you got to go all the way down. Your knots, your speed, it's got to be at the lowest. And then once you're landing, you keep it balanced. Then you turn around, you park, and then turn off the engine and all that stuff. But it gives you a sense of realism with all the stuff that you just got to pay attention to several stuff. But once you get the hang of it, because you got your flaps on the blades, right? Then you have the flaps that turn in the back. That's your right and left bumper, so you can turn from left to right. Then you have to worry about the altitude, your speed, like I said, your lights, because if it's nighttime, you got to make sure you have the headlights on. You got to make sure you have your landing lights on. Putting on the landing gear at the right moment. So it sounds like intimidating, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty fun. It's pretty easy.
But one thing I can say is this. I mean, I'm like, once you land, your ass got to be coming like a damn creep, like a snail.
Mm-hmm.
Your ass better not be coming there too damn fast because you are.
You're going too fast. Yeah,
you're gonna crash. But then let me ask
plane.
you, how long did it take you to get to Puerto Rico?
No, you could pick it right from the start. Like you can go to the map, go to Puerto Rico, and you start from one. What I do is I take off from one of the airlines in one of the Mayagüez, from the Mayagüez airport, right in Ponce, and I go to the other side of the island. It's like a half an hour drive, a half an hour flight, but when you do it, you fly over the whole island. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, that's
right.
really
And then I'll put on Spotify, and if I want to put salsa, which I did that, and I tried to record it to upload it on my channel, but it won't record the music from Spotify.
Yeah.
When you take the capture, it won't do it. All you hear is the plane. But I actually can put salsa music while flying, and then when you go inside, you learn all the buttons. You learn how to, like, if you fly at nighttime, you could turn the cockpit light on. Like, it's a lot of things. It's just fun discovering little things inside and how to do certain things within the plane itself. That alone, it makes it a lot of fun.
All right, guys. You know what, man? It's about that time. We got a giveaway to give away, man. This is the end of the show. It was a great show with our brother Bot ODT Reaper, man, and our brother Tuckmaster on the Xbox Alpha podcast. But we got a game to give away from Smitty Smith, a very good brother, man. Donating the game to give away on my podcast. Much respect to Smitty Smith, man. He just gifted the game to our brother Hebot, man. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Good, very good
Yeah.
brother, man. Good brother, man. Thank you. Thanks again, Smitty Smith. Salute to you, my good brother.
Very
But
kind.
very kind for him to do that, man. And I have the code. I have the code, and I can give it away on my Instagram. You know what I mean? So, you guys, if you follow me on Instagram, it's Sega Man 101. You just look for me. You'll see my icon, and I'll send you. I'll send you the code through Instagram. So, with my panel, my good Xbox Alpha brothers, who would you like to give the game away tonight, guys? There was a lot of people in the comment section. If you guys want to, check who like to gift the game to, Deaf Doors, uh, guys, let me know, and I will pick the winner.
I already texted Sega Man, the actual desired person, but
Oh, you did?
yeah, check your Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, whoever you want to pick, man, it's all right with me, man. Whoever you want to
Yeah, there's a lot of people. Wow.
Yeah. Did you message me through BT? Did you message me through Facebook?
Yeah, I did.
I would say the most active person, and that would be between Peltrex and Wild Horse.
Okay.
That,
Okay.
I will tell you after the show. I will tell you after the show.
pick. Now, let me ask you this, Phil. I want to ask you one question, okay?
Yeah.
Now, Microsoft is still using, PS still using Microsoft servers, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's for the online, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this. Now, what makes you think that Microsoft is going to let them put a Game Pass? I want you to think about this. I'm not really sure if it can go this way. You think that
I see it.
they're going to let them put the damn store on their stuff?
Probably the fact that they own everything.
Well,
I mean,
their intellectual property is different, but yeah.
I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, fellas. Hey, as far as I'm concerned, y'all know how I feel about this. If PlayStation would have came out with this doggone thing first, everything would have been all gods and everything. They did the right damn thing and all that stuff. Hey, I'm going to tell you right now. From here on out, I don't give a damn about what Sony do. If they come up with a damn Game Pass, they're going to charge your ass for it, and you know they are. And that's it. So to me, I don't give a fuck if they ever get a Game Pass. Let's get this straight. I do not give a fuck if they ever get a Game Pass.
You need to stop.
As far as I'm concerned, if the company goes under, I don't even care about that.
right.
Ain't nothing I like about the Game Pass. I mean, ain't nothing I like about Sony.
Sony should make their own blockbuster.
Sony, like I told my friend.
Just a suggestion, but
like I told my friend.
Sony.
And I'm gonna take a key from my boy Team Reaper. I'm gonna take a code for what you said, Team Reaper. If somebody brought me the PS5 right now, you know what I do the same thing what you did. I would take a piss and I might just take a dump on it. And I'm serious. From the true pony killer. And then I might put her in a box and send it to Sony.
Oh man.
Tell them that, hey, this is what I did. Dude, I'm serious. I would never ever own a PlayStation.
Damn, Chuck.
Okay.
And that PlayStation 4 still worked after I pissed on it too, so that's a bonus.
But see, Team Reaper, you done matured a lot since then, my brother. You done matured a whole lot. Because if you were the old Team Reaper, oh no.
Yeah, this was the old me. This would not fly. I agree, but
no.
Good thing I know everything.
You had to do a whole lot, brother. Because if that was old you said, "Oh hell no."
Nah, that was the old me. I'd be dead already, so that's true. But
I'm telling you, man.
I love to adapt to shit. This is kind of fun for me, but at the same time, I'm like, I support the punches, and that's what it is.
Then they talk about this with the SSD. I mean, the new SSD RAM that they get now. Man, oh my God! I mean, you got to go through so much changes about opening up the damn machine, put a heat sink on the damn thing, put it in the machine. I'm like, and it's a beta.
Well,
Like
the bad part, the bad part about that is that Sony said, you know, do it at your own risk. Like what? Like, gee.
Yeah.
Then why would I even try it? And then it ruins my shit.
That's sad. That's sad.
Because the ones that you buy have to have a heat sink.
So in other words, if it ruin my stuff, I'm taking my option on my own risk. So if it ruin my stuff, I'll call Sony and tell them what's going on. But they're gonna say, "Well, you took it on your own risk. That's not our fault."
Imagine buying that. Imagine buying that shit from a scalper, then it gets ruined when you put it in the memory. Damn, that'd be some messed up shit.
Yeah.
Hey guys, maybe tomorrow I'll be doing an episode of We Got Next. I'm just giving you guys a heads up.
All right, make sure you invite me.
Invite me too, because I'll be there.
No, I don't like inviting old people.
What did somebody say? Somebody said that I love Sony.
No, Smitty Smith, he's messing with you.
Oh, okay. Because Smitty Smith, oh no, I just don't love him, man. I can't stand him. I can't. So, but hey, that's just me.
All right, guys. We're gonna do the giveaway, and well, I got a couple picks here, and look, come down to a few decisions, man. A little bit hard decision, but I think we're gonna give the game away tonight. We're gonna give it. I think we're gonna give it away to a guy that's been rocking out with us, since day one. You know what I mean, on the Xbox Alpha podcast, man. So we're gonna give the game away to Paltrex. We're gonna give the game away to Paltrex, man. So congratulations to Paltrex, my brother. You are the winner of Death Doors for Xbox, man. So if you're still here, let me know, and I will gift the code to you through Instagram, man. Just look me up, Sega Man 101. You will see my little icon here, like you see on the podcast. So congratulations to Paltrex. You are the winner, man, of the game. And just let me know, man. Like I said on Instagram, say, hey, Sega Man, it's me, Paltrex. You know what I'm saying? And you won, man. You won the game tonight on the Xbox Alpha podcast, man. All right. So we're gonna end the show, man. So Tuckmaster, tell the people where they can find you, my G.
Okay, everybody, this is your boy DJ Tuckmaster, the original motherfucking pony killer. I can't stand Sony, never will stand Sony, but this is where you can find me at. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on the Xbox, like always. You can find me on Facebook. And you can find me with the great group of guys that I am with right now. In other words, if they ever bring up Sony and they want to talk about intelligent with Sony and everything, hey, I'm not too intelligent with Sony. I'm telling them straight up to shut the fuck up, because that's how it's going to be with me. So I'm telling you that right now. So that's but yeah, I just don't like them. I mean, I don't like anything. I mean, these ponies, man. I mean, it is not Sony as a company. No, yeah, it is. It's Sony as a company too, because they fuck up too. But I just don't like what they doing to their people and everything. Because the Xboxes, because everybody would have known if they would have did that shit with Xbox, would have turned around and said that was a beta form and all that stuff. They'd have been criticizing Xbox right now. Oh, they doing that.
What's up, my brother?
So yeah. So let me tell you right now.
My good brother.
So now, so Sony, shut the fuck up. Ponies, shut the fuck up. Buy a good system and just enjoy your life. You ain't getting a Game Pass. If you ever did get a Game Pass, y'all wouldn't enjoy it, and that's it. So, and they probably still charge your ass $30-$35 a month for the for that damn Game Pass. So shut the fuck up. Okay? Bye. Y'all know I don't give a damn. Y'all know how crazy I am.
All right, man. All right. That was my good brother, Tuckmaster, DJ Tuckmaster, always coming and rocking out with us, man, on the Alpha Podcast. You know what I'm saying? Always coming and rocking out with us, man. And we thank you for coming again, my brother, Tuckmaster. So ODT, man, thanks for coming again, man, on the podcast. Much respect.
Thanks for having me. I had fun tonight. This was rather relaxing. So
yeah, man, it was very, very fun. Always great to have you on the podcast. You can always come on anytime you want on the podcast, man, if you're available. So tell the people, my good brother, where they can find you, man.
You can always find me on Twitter at ThomasBarker61. You can always find me on one of my Facebooks, whether it be the Tommy one or the actual Thomas one. I don't really honestly care. And I'm always on Xbox Live at OdoTReaper, 11 years and counting. So let's just say that I am the Jinn, and I can say I'm being honest. So honesty is purity. So let's all have some fun.
All right, man. All right. And I want to give a big shout out to everybody that joined us. The Alpha brothers that came and joined us in the chat, man. I want to give a shout out to our good brother Smitty Smith for donating the game. Much respect to you, Smitty Smith. Salute again, man, for also gifting the game that he bought, man. That was real nice of you, my brother, true gamer. You know what I'm saying? Much respect to Smitty Smith for coming and rocking out with us again. What's up to Mr. 100 Intro Media Gaming? You need to check out Xbox Got No Games every Saturday at 11:30, man. These guys are off the chain. You need to check my brother, my homeboy, my G
his
out.
show last night was off the chain. I was listening to that for a little bit.
100 has good content, man. Those brothers are real. There's no fakeness. They're all real about it. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to gaming and they're just themselves, man. I like podcasts like that. It's very original. Much respect to Flip the Script, Flip Money, and the Intermedia crew. You know what I'm saying? And 100, much respect. Shouts out to Dakota Vaca for coming and joining me, man. You know what I'm saying? He lives around me, you know what I'm saying? Get with him soon. Shouts out to Vaca, man, for always rocking out with us. Shouts out to Mr. Kima for coming in. Shouts out to Peltrex, the winner. He's the winner tonight of the game Death Door. So if you're here, Peltrex, you are the winner, man. Let me know. I will hold the game for you. You know what I'm saying? Till I hear from you, man, because you are the winner. And we hope that you enjoy the game, man. Shouts out to Wild Horse 74 that was in here, always rocking out with us. Shouts out to Phase 114. He was one of the first ones to actually do the XL podcast with us. So shouts out to our good brother Phase 114. He was also in here, man. Shouts out to that good brother, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we had a lot of fun tonight, man. We hope you guys come back next week and join us. Shouts out to Killer Shavin 82. He's another brother that comes in and rocks out with us. Shouts out to him. You guys have a good night, man. Be safe. Have a good week. Just be happy, man, with what you got coming, man. If you're a true Xbox fan, diehard Xbox fan, man, rock your brand. You know what I mean? And don't let nobody tell you anything about it. You know what I'm saying? If you rock your brand, you know what I mean? We bleed green over here. You know what I'm saying? And this is an Xbox podcast, straight up, but we talk about everything else in gaming. So shouts out to everybody, man. Good night. Salute. Xbox for life, brothers. We don't die.
We don't die, we multiply.
Peace.
That's about all.